Hello, welcome to Fibers by Phoenix. I am Phoenix, lover of fibers, and this is where I talk about it all. It has been a very long time since I recorded last. There's so much to catch up on. Don't have time for it all. I'm trying to record this quick during nap time / quiet time, so there could be some interruptions, but I'm hoping to do this raw and uncut so that I don't have to edit. My computer is out of memory, so I'm going to try to do this on my iPad and upload it from my iPad, and hoping not to have to edit. So we'll see where this takes us, but I just have this urge to record what I've been working on. Here we go. I've got 2 finished sewing projects, a finished sock, so like half of a whip, I don't know, and 2 other whips and 1 acquisition to share with you today. Yeah, let's get started. I have been really into sewing. I think the warm weather just does that to you. You don't want like warm mitts on you. I'm not huge into summer knitting. I do have 1 summer knit going, but yeah, I've just been really into like trying to sew. So first finished sewing that I'm going to share with you is this first. This is, I know I'm not going to pronounce this right, la bouffe. It's French for egg, obviously. Looks like an egg. La bouffe bag by Sew Liberated. I had so much fun making this. This is actually my second one. My first one is a gift that I have sent off already. So this is my second one, and I learned so many things. This is the first time making a bag ever, but it was fun. There were some frustrating parts. I definitely was getting frustrated with a lot of things just because I am so new to sewing and I really don't know what I'm doing yet, but that is going to, I think, get easier with the more I do it. It is really rough in some places. I had to make some improvisations. For instance, this right here is not supposed to have bias tape on it, but this cotton canvas, which is from Fibers, E-W-E, do you pronounce that U or, yeah, U, like the animal. Words, bear with me, this is gonna be, I don't know, we're rolling with it. I'm gonna talk about some stuff, just let it roll. Do it. Okay. Yeah, so this cotton canvas is very thick. It was hard to roll this part down to like make the raw edges not exposed because it was so thick. It couldn't even iron down, so you could actually probably even see that's like bulging there. But this bias tape was the same exact color. I just threw it over there, and I think it looks pretty nice. My top stitching needs a lot of work. I have stitch length probably all wrong, but yeah, again, I just learned a lot. So main cotton canvas part is from Fibers. This really fun strap or webbing, as they call it, is from Stitch Supply Co. Super fun. And then the hardware and the zippers I got from Noodlehead. So fun. This color of zipper is called Monster Snot, which I just think is hilarious. And I thought it matched really nice with one of the colors on the straps. And the inside, I took most of the things out of my purse because I didn't want to play what's in my purse today. But the inside is this really cool bee and mushroom foresty moth fabric from, where is this from? Spoonflower. So I will try and link all of that below. And then you have to do bias tape on the inside here too, which, again, all learning things for me, but I absolutely love it. I just love this. Love this so much. And the pattern was, I highly recommend it. So easy to follow. Just, yeah, great. So again, my first bag ever, so I think a beginner could do it. I'm not exactly sure what they like categorize it as, but I'm a beginner. I did it. I think you can do it if you wanted to give big making a try. And then, so the bags, definitely into. I've made a couple clothing shorts, but I'm not sharing that right now. But yeah, the bags have been super fun. So I made finish bag, or finish object number 2. Another sewing project. This is the Sandhill Sling by Noodlehead, where I also got the strap, the hardware. They have like it in a kit along with the pattern. So the pattern is from Noodlehead, so is the webbing, and this has like a little clippy. The zippers are from there as well. And then, what else? Oh, the inside is just like a cotton quilt from, I think, Hobby Lobby. So it has a little inside pocket with like a elastic. Yeah, and I'll try and put it on, but I didn't want to hit my mic because I might put it on like that. Yeah, I just absolutely love it. It's just so cool. And I am planning on making one of these for my brother for Christmas and a purse for my sister-in-law for Christmas. I'll talk about those probably at another video. They're a little further down in acquisitions, but yeah, so much fun. Oh, and I learned another new thing with this one. This is what they call a drop-in lining. So instead of like sewing it to the actual canvas part, you make a lining separate and then put it inside and then sew it, like attach it to the top, so the bottom is actually free. Like you can take the bottom, you know, kind of like separate. And for the purse, this is actually like attached to the canvas, so you can't do that on this one, and then that's why you have to do the binding, the bias binding on the inside, because you have your raw seams exposed basically for that one. So 2 different techniques, and I thought they were both really cool and interesting, and it was fun to learn something new. And then I guess I'll just talk about the whip that is in this bag that I have carrying around in here. This is the Helianthus, am I saying that right? Tank by Andrea Gone Knits. I am making this in a Sorella yarn from the Gilmore Girls collection. This is, I think, the classic sock, so nylon and wool. Do I have more information on this? I think I wrote it in my book, my notebook. Let me just see. Okay, I'm making size A, and I'm using 3mm needles, and I think that's a size down from what the pattern calls for. So I sized down a needle, as well as I sized 2 sizes down from what I originally started with. I originally started making the size C with my 3mm needle, and I didn't want to go down another needle size because I just felt like it would just be so small. And I mean, even this, you can kind of see through it a little bit. But I don't know, I didn't want it so tight, but I also wanted the fit to be negative easy. The pattern gauge is 28 by 30 stitches, and mine is about 26. I always get confused about if your gauge is smaller then your garment is larger. Is that how it works? Either way, I think this designer is maybe a tighter knitter than I am. I think I'm kind of a loose knitter, or like maybe, yeah, I think I'm on the looser side, especially in the round knitting. I don't know why. I don't know how that works. So this is my second attempt. I've already ripped it back, and then I think this is where it's at. I tried it on, it seems, or tried on what's here, but it seems to feel right where it's at. So this is kind of my just mindless stockinette project. I know we're pretty far into summer already, so I don't know if I'll get a lot of wear out of this, but again, it is wool, so this might just be a layering piece. And I had this yarn left over from a sweater I did in the winter, which I've not talked about because again, I have so many projects from not recording for so long, but there was a move, there's been just life stuff, so here we are. That is whip number 1 in terms of knitting, and it lives in my sandhill sling, and it's just great. And my notebook fits in there too. I mean, this is pretty big. A lot of things fit in here. Speaking of notebook, I use the same one as Knit California. I will try and link it. But yeah, she gave me, well, the YouTube world, the idea of a project notebook. So I got a lot of inspo from her. I took some inspo from just like online what you would have in a project page. So like I kind of copied the format of some of that. So like I do write this in every time, but it's got these lines that make it kind of easy, and I actually tend to like trace the next page. But I like that I've been writing all my stuff down because it's just keeping me organized. Let's go on to, well, I guess finish object / whip number 2. And that is the Totally Rad Ribbed Socks by Summerly Knits. Isn't this color so fun? This is a sock set from Sorella Yarn that I purchased before I even knew how to knit. This was like maybe 2 years ago now, I want to say. But I knew I wanted to learn how to knit, and I knew I wanted to knit some socks, so ribbing always looks so funny when it's not on. Obviously, this stretches, and then this will, there's 2 different cuff options. I think it's just like a ribbing, or you can do just like a stockinette, and then you fold this down So it'll be like this, like a tabbed cuff, I think she calls it. It'll be like that. That'll get sewn down. That's why I left a really long tail. And then, yeah, so the whip is the other sock. And I do my socks on 9-inch circulars. What size is this? 2.25 or US 1. I always use the millimeters because it just makes more sense to me. I feel like, I don't know, I don't really understand the US sizing. I like to say the millimeter one. So yeah, 2.25 on my 9-inch circular Chow Goo. But then when I get to the heel, and when I do the decreasing on the toes, I use Magic Loop. What else can I say about these? Yeah, these have kind of been lingering for a while. I started these in May. I should just finish them because I want them done, and I should finish them before summer sock camp is over. And I've also been thinking about casting on a pair for Sock Week, which is hosted by Nitty Natty. I don't know if I'll do that. I have a lot of other projects I want to do, but maybe. And these live in a very cute little bag I got at Rhinebeck, and this is by the Button Jar. Like this boucle, I think this is faux boucle though, fabric, and it has a cute little fall theme, which I'm kind of ready for fall knitting. So yeah. And then whip number 3. So this is, well, here, let me flip to my page that it's at. The Piper Sweater by Originally Lovely. And this is a pattern on Ravelry. However, there's a free version on her blog. And I'm just using the free one. You know, I gotta scroll through the ads or whatever. And this is in Lion Brand Comfy Cotton, which I think is discontinued. Oops. Sorry, I just, bumped that. I think this is discontinued. I haven't, you know how sometimes when a yarn is discontinued, especially on like a big box store, they'll still have it listed, but then they'll have discontinued? And I feel like I was trying to find this, or like looked it up once, and it didn't say that. So I don't know. But I don't think you can get Comfy Cotton anymore, which is kind of a bummer because I thought that was a good yarn. Lion Brand. Bring back Comfy Cotton. Bring it back. We like it. It's good. So I actually have another, like, I've knitted something else in this cream color before, so I kind of knew how the yarn behaved on a needle, a certain needle. So I actually went down a needle size from what the pattern called for because I already knew how I liked it. Again, loose knitter maybe. So I'm doing this in 5mm, and then 4.5mm for the ribbing. I actually think I did one down from, so 4.25 maybe for the neck. And this is worked bottom up. So like flat, but it's not bad because you only purl one time because there's these purl bumps anyway in it. That's what the like a contrasting color was. And I held the yarn throughout because it's only 2 rows between, which I didn't know if I should do, if I should cut the yarn, but I decided to hold it, and I think it's okay. I think I gave enough room for it to stretch because I did not want to weave in all those ends. So I'm glad that that worked out. I just love these colors together. This is the whipped cream and the chai latte. So I'm on the first sleeve. I had a lot of motivation at first when I first started this, but now it's kind of dragging. But I wanted this on for like cooler summer nights, which I think are hopefully upon us. So I should get going with that. But yeah, and I started that over 4th of July weekend, I'd say. But I hope to have it. Sorry, there's a little beetle crawling on the floor. We have weevils. But we think they're like the species that don't eat your food. At least we haven't found any in our food, which is good. So they're just kind of, I don't know, a little bit annoying. They're kind of cute, actually. And then whip number 3 that I'm going to share today was a complete spontaneous cast on, which is kind of unlike me. I usually have my projects planned out. It was spontaneous in that I haven't finished my other things before I started this, but it is something I've been wanting to make for a while. But then I was thinking, I want to have it for October. No, I was going to start it in October. That was my plan. But then recently I was thinking, wait, but maybe I want it for October, like in October. Okay, well, I'm just going to show what it is. I don't have a lot of it done, but I am making a Ron Weasley sweater. You know, the Ron Weasley sweaters with, you know, the letter on them. So I had this yarn already, so I didn't have to buy any for it. I think I should have enough for this sweater. This is Knit Pick Stroll tweed. And what is the colorway? I don't think I have it. But yeah, I thought this was like the perfect yarn for a Harry Potter sweater, Ron Weasley sweater. I'm obviously going to put a P for Phoenix. I'm going to duplicate stitch on the front, which I've never done before, but I'm sure there's a YouTube tutorial out there, and I'm going to do like a gold, which I think is very Harry Potter color. And as like the base sweater, I'm doing the Stripe Pipe by Veronica Lindbergh, but obviously I'm not striping it, I'm just doing it solid, because in the movies their sweaters are drop shoulder construction, and then they have the raw hem that's like kind of folded, so I think I'm going to leave the hem raw and fold it like in the movies, and then I plan to do that with the neck too. Do just like a couple rows of stockinette, and then hopefully have it roll a little bit. But I do plan on doing ribbing on the cuffs. But yeah, this again was just, I just cast this on, was like, I just need to like get this going, because it's something that I really want for the fall, October in particular, just because I think that's when I start wanting to watch Harry Potter again, like rewatch it. Yeah, I am a Harry Potter fan, if you can't tell. So yeah, that'll be fun. That's just a fun little, oh yeah, and I don't know if I said this, but I'm using the Knit Pick Stroll. I'm holding it double because this is a DK weight pattern. Okay, that's it for whips, at least that I'm sharing for now, so that this isn't super long, but I'll share my other acquisition, which is a sewing acquisition, which is another bag. Surprise, surprise. This is a pattern by Noodlehead. It's the making bag. I'm going to make the mini size. And I've got this beautiful, I think it's called dry oiled canvas. And I have it laying out here just because it creases really easily. So I was just trying to have it, like, I don't know, be laid out as much as possible. I'm going to do it in this really cool citrus lime green color. I think I'm going to like patch it, so I'm going to have like the side panels be this color. I've got my zipper from Stitch Supply Co. in this color, so it'll be touching that. And then I think I'm doing the lining in just a cotton quilting. I think this is from Hobby Lobby as well, in this color. And there's an inside zipper as well, and that's going to be this pink. I think I just, oh, this is from Hobby Lobby too. But I have just zippers in my stash because, you know, maker life. But yeah. Oh, and the webbing is will be in this color. It's darkish blue. It's not quite the same as that. It's a little bit darker. Oh, they do kind of look similar on camera, but and the webbing is again from Noodlehead, and so is the pattern. And I think their stuff is just super awesome, and yeah, I am really excited for that. So hopefully next time I record, if I do record again, I will have a little backpack to share, and maybe this sweater done, and probably my sock. So keeping it short and sweet, and thanks for listening. Hope the audio is okay. Hope my mic is working. I never know where to look, but if I'm talking to myself, I'm going to look at myself, kind of thing, right? Yeah. Thanks for coming to hang out, and happy making. Hope you're getting some good makes in, and also trying to enjoy being outside. I am enjoying being outside, but I'm also ready for it to cool down a little bit. But yeah, having fun. Happy making. Thanks, peeps.